No, I don't. I really don't remember.
Bitches.
I would guess probably so.
Start it up.
Seems like something they would do.
Wrong fools.
Oh yeah, good idea.
What? I just need to pause this. We're live, just so you guys know.
People are watching?
Yeah.
Hi.
But
Oh.
I am setting up the live chat. So I just need to pause the stream, and I guess we're ready to roll.
Chat.
Oh yeah, I'll do that.
What?
Right.
What is that?
It's a shirt.
Oh, the OI915 shirt?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, should I put that on?
What? You have one too? Oh, we all forgot to put the shirts on.
We were supposed to wear shirts? I'll take mine off.
Hey, every guys. Hey, every guys. Welcome to K-Fox TV at 9.
But with better production values.
Yeah, in this little cave that we're in right now, man.
Accuracy.
Yeah. Hey guys, welcome to episode 4 of the Ask an Enemy podcast live.
Bye.
I am joined, and we are actually at Bowie Feathers. I am joined by
Barry. I'm Barry. Most of you probably know me.
and who's that muscly bound creature over there, man?
Hi, I'm Hector.
Hector G.
Hector G.
Gotta be Hector G, man.
Hector
Hector
G.
G.
I think I knew you for like 10
exclamation.
years before I learned that your name wasn't just G.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It took me a while.
What
to
does the
figure
G
that
stand
out.
for, dude?
You know, it's a
God
funny
damn.
story. God damn.
God dang. All right, guys, we are here to interview,
It's not that funny
obviously,
of a story.
Hector G from Thug. Huh?
Huh?
What?
Nothing.
Beer, dude. What's wrong with you guys? We are here actually because these guys from, is that Oi 915?
OI 915. It's
OI
out in
915.
915, yeah.
But is it Oi like Oi?
No,
Oi,
no, no,
Oi?
no,
Oh no?
no, no.
So what would the Oi?
The
OI
OI,
stand
it's
for?
out in 915, so
Ah.
being out in
Right,
El
right.
Paso.
Out
Out
and
in
in.
Yeah.
Nine.
Well, yeah. See, because I mean, you guys
Oi.
could totally
Yeah.
see this, but what it says right there, El Paso, Texas. When you're out,
Hold it up.
you're in.
You're right behind that. There you go.
Uh-huh.
There you go. When you're out, you're
See
in.
that?
So
See that? I'm gonna wear this so that we can make it worth it. But anyways,
This is a nice live remote.
yeah,
Nice. First
Yeah,
time
it's
doing
nice.
a live remote.
yeah. They invited us down here. They're doing their jam session here. Bunch of local musicians who came out to just get together, network, meet each other, play some music, and they're kind
Discuss.
enough, and discuss. And kind enough to have us come down here and kind of be part of it.
So there's a new activity for all the musicians out there to come out, play some music, discuss some music. It's cool. It's nice. I like
yeah,
it.
I mean,
it's a good idea.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty cool for people who just want to come down and, musicians who just want to jam on a
Exactly.
fucking Thursday.
Exactly.
Just come show up, and they're actually, if anyone who's familiar with Tricky Falls, they're basically doing that jam session over where the balcony is.
They're out on the balcony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you come out to like big shows and you look up and the balcony's there, that's where they're doing it.
That's where they're
oddly.
at.
But
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
It's actually a pretty nice
just a
setup.
really
It's a pretty
small-
nice setup.
You
If
saw
we
it?
had-
It's like a miniature lowbrow, dude.
Tiny, tiny.
Yeah,
with
except
better
with better sound
production
production
value.
values.
no. Like I said.
That's asking enemy for you, man. Shit. But yeah, so Hector is in Thug, and they're playing a show next week at fucking Lowbrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought about that. Yeah.
Yes,
Right.
it is
Lowbrow.
a lowbrow.
And what's the show for, man?
We were asked by Farouk to play for their CD release party, so we're pretty stoked about that. We've never played Lowbrow. I've played Lowbrow once with another band.
Right.
That was Fire at Will back a couple years ago. But yes, we're playing Lowbrow for their CD release party.
Who's
with,
they? You gotta say who they are.
With Bitch Faces CD release party.
There you go.
I believe it's $6 with a CD to
Right,
get in.
yeah.
So it should be a good time. I mean, I finally heard them for the first time maybe last month, and I liked them. They're different. It's good stuff.
They're good.
It's good stuff.
They're entertaining.
I was surprised. Yes.
Have you seen their promo pictures that they did?
Yeah, holy
Man.
shit, dude.
They're-
They're reminiscent of like the Red Hot Chili Peppers One Hot Minute photo shoot. Do you remember that? They
The one
actually
they did
went
at
out to
Sears?
Kmart, yeah, or Sears or
Sears,
whatever,
yeah.
yeah, and they took pictures like that, dude.
Portraits, yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm sure those dudes are
Except
huge
Farouk
fans.
is way creepier than any of
Well-
those guys. And Farouk in a suit is just plain weird.
Yeah, well, fucking.
Very hot.
Adam with lipstick on is kind of freaky too.
Right.
But I've seen him do worse.
Yeah.
So,
Whoa. It's not that kind of show.
I live with that guy, man. I know that dude. He's crazy. But yeah, so as far as Thug goes, man, like how long have you guys been together? Like,
Thug has been an idea for a long time. I think I remember asking you years ago.
Years ago, probably.
Like, hey, I want to start this band. It's just gonna be called Thug, and that never came into fruition. Like ever. So I've always wanted to do something else, something a little bit more complicated, a little bit more using my pedal board, you know?
Right.
Incorporating all those sounds and stuff. The pedal board, the International Bass Station.
yeah. Wait, what? Did you say the bass station?
The International Bass Station. That's what my pedal board's called.
That's fucking awesome, dude. What do you have on that?
You can get really
Baseboard.
technical here, and I'm gonna fade out for this.
You can, dude, because I love that.
You know
shit.
pedals.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So we gotta
absolutely.
discuss pedals.
Yeah.
I have. Where do I begin? What don't I have on there?
Start just follow the chain, man.
It's not a chain though. Okay, I have a custom-made looper. It has 6 loops, which has an A and B input.
Uh-huh.
It starts from my bass.
Thank you. Howard already.
Try to
Okay.
keep it simple. Bass into hard key bass attack. It's a DI box.
Uh-huh.
Has 2 outputs. One goes into the A, one goes into the B of my looper pedal. From there, route A goes through all 6 loops. Route B goes into one specific pedal, and I have an A/B switch that switches between the channels.
Huh.
The first loop is a Boss. SYB 5. It's a bass.
Oh yeah. No, I'm totally familiar. Do you dig that though?
I
the
can use
tracking
it.
on it is.
That's what everybody says. But with an active input, you
Yeah.
just crank the signal, better, stronger fundamental into it,
That's
and
right.
it tracks fine.
I feel like I could just hide under the table for this part.
Well, you know what's funny, dude, is, based on all that stuff, it's funny because, Barry is not familiar with the pedals at all, but have you seen Thug live?
I have not yet. No.
Because I'm
He
wondering.
knows because he looks for me every time.
All right. Barry, you weren't there. Well, because I've always wondered, since I'm familiar with, having this fucking setup of shit,
Yeah.
that most people out in the crowd, like, they don't know what that stuff is or whatever,
Except the guys that are into it.
Well,
The
yeah.
geek- the pedal geeks and stuff. Like,
The pedal
like
geeks?
I stand there.
There's
like,
a term. There's like a word for it.
Yeah,
I'm always
right.
looking at the shows. I'm like, oh, what's he using?
Right. Yeah.
Ah, man, that's the old one.
Yeah.
Well, it's because, you know what, I think it's because, I don't want to be unfair, but I think most of the music you listen to, aside from like the Justin Timberlake CD, like doesn't use most of the bands you listen to, like don't you mostly listen to like gutter punk or just like
No, man, I
old
listen
school?
to all kinds of stuff. I mean, it's folks that do all kinds of things with their weird pedals and stuff. I mean, we talked about Dance Disaster Movement last time.
Right.
I was at work today listening to I Am the World Trade Center, and theirs is all done off the guy's laptop. Like, he did everything visually straight from there. So
Yeah.
anywhere in the spectrum. I mean,
You've seen Melt Banana though.
I have seen Melt Banana, yeah.
That's a perfect
I booked
example
Melt
of, like-
Banana at
That's
Empire
a
Club,
Japanese
yeah.
band, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do they have a bunch of pedals?
Boo.
It's nice.
Yeah.
You gotta listen to that.
They are
Yeah.
something.
No, I've
Cellscape.
heard of them, but yeah, I've never heard
Yeah.
them.
The CD Cellscape, perfect example of like, holy crap, that's all pedals.
Yeah.
And he plays it perfectly live.
Holy crap.
Check it
It's
out.
intense, man. It's
Well,
intense.
so back to your setup then, man. Like what? I mean, you go from the SYB to.
Into there on this one loop I have 2 gated fuzzes, the Devi Ever Bit and a Woolly Mammoth clone. It's a clone, it's that fuzzy one. I'm sure you've seen it on the pedal board and pictures maybe not. But it's a clone. The clones are pedal builders, independent guys take the schematics and build their own pedals because like hell I'm gonna pay almost $300 for a fuzz pedal. No.
Is that what those things cost?
$300.
And you got like a whole bunch of them?
Dude,
no.
that yeah,
or
that's
you
nothing,
would.
man.
I mean, if you like.
If
were
I paid the
spending
real one,
$300.
the original maker, is $300 for a little tiny gated fuzz pedal.
Right,
No.
right.
So,
Jesus.
But
this guy,
see, with guitar pedals though, man,
Yeah.
you pay for what you get, and sometimes like a Big Muff, you pay like $50 for a Big Muff, and
Yeah.
they sound like shit.
My
You know?
goodness.
No, they did. Trust us.
Yeah.
But you're right. But luckily enough, I found this one on there's a website, Talkbase.
Uh-huh.
They have classifieds, and I bought it off them. So perfect. I love that fuzz. Perfect. From that, I go into Loop 3, which is another gated fuzz from Dr. Scientist. That one is pretty expensive too.
Dr. Scientist.
Dr. Scientist, called the
There's
Franz
some
Dazzler.
crazy names, dude.
That's not crazy. That's kind of dumb.
Well, have you ever tried the? Have you ever tried any Dwarfcraft pedals?
No, I've heard tons of samples of it.
Dwarfcraft has a dwarf. Yeah, exactly. They have a pedal called a Robot Devil. Huh? And a Robot Devil, dude. I'm telling you.
You guys are just making up words.
No,
now,
no, no! I
right?
swear to God.
You're like, I'll just put together some words. Maybe they'll
Here's
sound
some,
cool
wait,
together.
let me tell you some of the pedal names. There's a Swollen Pickle.
Yeah. The
There's
Swollen
a
Pickles.
Cream Pie. There's a Two-Timer. There's what other disgusting names aren't there? I can't think of any. Oh, the Big Hairy Balls. There's so many pedals.
That's the one you forget? Yeah, right.
Big hairy balls.
Yeah, right. Sure.
John's Big Hairy Balls. Yeah.
Well,
But Dwarfcraft.
it's weird, dude, because there's a lot of just like in anything, there's like with indie music, with indie games, there's indie designers and creators of guitar pedals, and that's awesome. But it's mostly, I mean, in that scene, I guess they just call them boutique pedals.
Yeah.
But boutique just means they're really expensive. Where you can get like
They're
an
really
iPhone game for like
expensive,
$5, you know,
yeah.
like from an indie developer, you get a pedal that's like $300 from a dude who. But they're all hand wired though. That's the whole thing. They're not mass manufactured. They're made by dudes in their garages.
I'm hinting it.
So yeah, back to the pedal board.
Just
dude,
everybody saw
just
that.
keep going. It's cool that we keep throwing off because there's people out there I know that love stuff about pedals, and that's why I like talking about that stuff. So from there, where do you go from there?
Loop 3. Loop 3 is the Franz
calm down.
Dazzler. That's also coupled with the Optimizer. It's an
The
octave pedal.
Octomom?
Okay.
No, the Optimum. Oh, man. So, if I want a big, thick, heavy sound, just click that one switch and you have a fuzz
Right.
double.
Sure, you can sit there.
Yeah, totally, man.
Hey! We're starting to get a crowd here. We're starting to get
Yeah,
a
just
live
for you
audience.
guys back at home, if we get distracted, it's because there's people
Yeah.
walking around. So, but
That's the risk you run when you do live. Right?
hey, it's cool, man.
This is a remote, as Hector was telling me. We were doing this a remote.
Yeah, it's cool, man. It's interesting. I mean, we usually do this at home. Actually, I've noticed the stream isn't too. I mean, it's consistent, but just for you guys at home, if you don't have a solid connection, just let me know in the comments. But you guys can always watch this archived on YouTube, so it's really no big deal. So yeah, pedals, man. Keep
Okay,
going.
and after that, all right. Loop 4 is a Zoom B2.1U. It's a multi-effect. It has everything on it.
Okay.
After that is on Loop 5 is a Line 6 M9, which again, every single kind of pedal and effects on there. So a lot of my modulations come from that.
How do you feel about the M9? I feel like the M9, because I had an M13, and it's just this really.
Oh, that's.
I had to go one above it, man.
Of course.
Yeah, it's
Of course.
massive. Imagine like
No,
you see
9
my
to
pedal board, right?
13,
Yeah.
It's like
My pedal board's like, massive style, but the M13's maybe like half that size, and it has basically every single pedal that I have. But
Yeah.
I love having the physical pedal to mess with the knobs in real time. You know what I'm saying? It's just
That is true.
Yeah.
But you could kind of do that with M9. It's not, you don't get the same feel. But my school of thought is, yes, I could buy an individual pedal for each single effect I want to use, but when you're playing live, no one gives a damn.
Well, and then
That's
when
true.
you're on tour
Oh,
and you can
I sure
simplify
don't.
everything,
Yes.
yeah.
if it's 5 pedals versus 1 that you
Yeah.
gotta carry around.
Yeah, no one's
Yeah.
going to be up there
And
like,
buy those
oh, that
stupid
chord sounds so
9-volt batteries."
digital. Oh.
Well, except for the guys that were looking at your pedal board saying,
Right?
yeah,
Like, oh,
it's
cheater.
fucking elitist
Cheater,
piece of
man.
shit.
Lame.
And that's it. It goes into, after the loops, it goes into the Thumpinator.
Something.
Now
That's
that
I've
I
never
like.
heard of that one.
I like the sound of that.
It's a small little box. It's a little tiny box. And again, it costs way more than it should. Anyway, it's a high-pass filter. This protects your speakers pretty much. It cuts out anything below 30 hertz.
I'm sorry, go ahead. What were you saying, dude?
Oh, yeah. That high-pass filter cuts out everything below 30 hertz. This is like all the thumps, all the, like when you hit your bass, it's just that millisecond of like too much that
Almost
makes your
like a
speakers
noise
pop.
gate then.
Yeah, so it's like I know what that means.
Yeah.
I learned that. That's
Well,
it.
noise gate.
Not
You're trying
quite
to
a noise
you're trying to
gate.
Gate off noise. No, it's more. I
the
guess
thump.
frequency gate.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, it's
so all
like
the
a-
stuff that you see your speakers like almost blowing, it cuts out all of that stuff.
Yeah, and it's
so-
all that excess stuff that basically
Yeah.
makes you drop your signal because of that. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
that's dude, and that's really cool that
It is.
most bass players don't do that. They don't. That's why I like talking about pedals because it lets you know how much kind of like a dude cares about his sound. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Well,
how
I think
much-
a lot of bass players like to have that split second of that extra thump, if you will, because
You would call them unprofessional.
well, yeah, I mean, because they think that that way they can tell them, it's intense, and I'm really like, well, yeah, but for
But
that
that's-
second, man, it just sounds like crap. Okay.
At 30 hertz though, you can't even hear that.
Exactly.
can't
It's
even
more
hear
of a waste of energy. Again, that's what I was saying.
Yes, it sucks
cuts
up all
that
your power.
energy out, and then you lose in volume or gain or whatever.
And that makes your
Yeah.
speakers. That's what really makes your speakers pop out. And you don't want that. You want
So
it.
what are you actually playing through? What's your fucking core of your sound in terms of amp, like guitar amp or
My
bass
amp.
Yeah.
I just
For those who
recently-
don't know, Hector,
Oh, I play
you
the
play bass for the most
play
part, right?
bass,
Or do you
yeah.
play guitar also?
I play guitar also.
Okay.
But for this band, it's just all bass. Well, yeah, Thug's all bass.
Right. Thugs all bass.
Doug's all bass.
See, that's probably why you chose that name, dude. It has a cool ring in it. Who's playing tonight? Fucking Thug, dude.
Thug. Let's go thug it up.
What are you doing tonight, thuggin'?
Oh shit, dude, you should start a street team and just have that be like their phrase.
Thugs.
Yeah.
Thuggin'.
We're gonna go thugging tonight. You wanna go?
Street thugs.
Sorry, dude, but again, yeah. So what's
That's
what's
terrible.
your bass setup? Like, what's your rig?
I really hate carrying that thing around all the time, but after that's my compressor, so it really cleans up everything. But that goes into my newly purchased Carbon B2000. 2,000 watts.
Tube?
No, it's
Solid
solid
state?
state. It's solid state.
Wow.
And it's so
Wow.
light. It's only 13 pounds. You carry around like two amps, and they're like 50 pounds.
Yeah.
This is only 13 pounds. So it's really awesome. And that goes into a Hartke, the new high drive cabinets, 4x10 and a 15 on the bottom.
Nice. You get that nice punchiness from the 4s and then that fucking thump from the 15.
Yeah.
Thump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thug thump. All right.
So, what I want to also go into is that, because Barry's here, I think, was it for your birthday or for the Jeopardy thing that you wrote that song? Barry has a song written by him, written for him by Hector.
Yeah, that came about from like almost 2 years ago. I don't remember where I was. I wrote about it on my blog at the time, and I was listening to.
You have a blog?
Yeah.
Is it
I know,
askenenemy.com?
No, then it's not a thing.
This is
I
your
was-
berry.
Yeah, this is your berry.wordpress.com. Anyway, so I was listening to Wu-Tang, I think, and someone made a comment. It was either Wu-Tang or NWA or something like that. And somebody made a comment about how like that wasn't my music. That music wasn't meant for me because I'm white. I can't listen to rap or something. But so
You got trolled, dude.
right, like in person, and so I just started thinking. I was like, you know what? I know a million musicians and songwriters and bands and stuff. I was like, somebody write a song that's for me, that like so I can be like, that was for me, like
Right.
it's literally for me. And then I went and did Jeopardy last year, and Hector G came along and did a wonderful song, and it's just called
Berry's on
Berry's
Jeopardy.
on
I remember hearing it, but I don't remember it that well. But I'll post it on the blog so you guys can.
It was
hear
so
but-
great. Oh, it was amazing. I was super happy.
Like it was a long ass time ago. They said, "Hey, somebody write a song for me." I'm like, "I'll do it."
It was like
I'll do
2
it, I'll
years
do it."
ago when I posted that up.
And then finally, like, he went on Jeopardy and like, you know what? I think I'll write the song now. And I wrote the song for him.
Yeah, it's a great song. It's
And what was the
biographical.
process of doing it, man? Like, what did you sit down with first, or did you start just with a bass loop, or did you?
I've had this this simple punk riff in my head for like a long time, but again, nothing ever came of it. And then I finally bought a computer.
I'm reduced to a simple punk
MacBook.
riff now.
An iMac. Wait.
Yeah, wait. All right.
So, yes, recording on that thing is so easy.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's so easy.
Yeah.
So I finally get to record all the ideas I've ever had in my head, and I have tons of projects on my recording software.
Hell yeah, man.
And I recorded the drums are all synth. You know, it's just programmed drum
Right.
machine. So I recorded that guitar, recorded the bass, and I just started singing in my head like ridiculous shit. Like, there was a kid I knew who.
Yeah.
And
And it's really funny listening
finished.
to. It's really funny listening to the lyrics and being like, yeah, man, that was me. Oh, weird.
I had to condense my whole like years of knowing Barry into
Right,
like
a decade's worth of interactions into 2 minutes worth
Yeah.
of.
Well, you know what, and I think that worked, dude, because, like, I mean, you think about it, like, had I done it, it probably would have been all emo and sad and like, Barry's fucking my friend. And,
I
you know what I'm saying?
thought for sure someone was gonna write like a mariachi song. Or
Well, see,
something
but
for me.
Actor G has that personality of like, just like, you know, Barry's on Jeopardy. Barry's on Jeopardy. You know what I'm saying? It's just it totally fits, man, and it's really cool. Like I said, I'll post it on the blog so people can hear it because it's.
What does it start out with? What's the first little bit?
Oh, the sound sample? Or-
Yeah, what is it from? What is the?
Oh,
Like, I mean, I know what it's from, but
my girlfriend did that.
yeah, but what does she say?
Oh, wait, the very first one.
Yeah, no, she says that.
Oh, she says that. Yeah, when I was recording, I was getting ready to sing, and then she comes up to the microphone. She's all, "Stick it in my ass," like singing along to the guitar part.
So of course, that's the first thing you hear on the song.
What the fuck?
And I took his promo, his commercial promo. Hi, I'm Barry Peterson. Watch me brighten up the Sun City. So I slapped that on the front.
Yeah, they make everybody record those. Man, the hometown. What do they call it? The hometown howdies, or
Oh.
I don't remember. But
So in terms of the band, also, man, like, who else is in the band?
we're done with me.
Huh?
We're done talking about me. Yeah, who else is in the band?
Okay.
3-piece, right?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a 3-piece. The whole thing was like that goes back to the pedal board. I wanted to use my pedal board. I'm like, nobody ever wants to play this kind of stuff. Whatever. You know what? I'll just write a bunch of punk songs, and I bet you anything I could start a band like that.
Yeah.
Sure enough. Brian Howard. He's a drummer for Hank of the Destruction Moose, metal drummer. I asked him like, "Hey, you want to jam?" Like, yeah, we'll
You want
jam.
jam?
So
You want to jam, bro? Hey, bro, you want to jam?
I showed him the song, and he's like, "Oh, cool, I like this stuff." And he learned them pretty quick. I'm like, no guitar player. I'm like, fuck it. I'll play guitar. A bass player, whatever comes first. A guitar player, a bass player. Nobody. This one guy's like,
Yeah, you think guitarists would be like a dime a dozen, man.
Be easier to find than anything.
Yeah.
one guy in particular. I'm like, "Hey, if you want to learn these songs, I could send him." Like, "No, man, I'm too lazy. I'll just learn them at the practice."
Right.
I'm like, "No, fuck off,"
Learn them at practice.
Yeah. So.
Don't even know what practice is for.
I don't even remember who else I asked. I tried to ask anybody who played guitar. Like, you suck? Do you play guitar? No. Do you want to learn?
You suck.
Just, come on.
That comes first.
Yeah.
Do you suck?
Do you
no,
suck?
but
No.
you
You want to play
guitar?
guitar?
But finally, like, Omar, he plays for, who doesn't he play? Inextruence.
Yeah.
He's played for Inextruence. He's played for Maximus.
Right.
Everybody.
And he's a sick ass fucking drummer,
Ah.
dude. I haven't seen you guys, but
Yeah.
I can already hear you just based on you and him.
See, but that's the twist. He didn't play drums in this band.
Oh shit!
Lo and behold, Omar plays guitar. Like, what? Omar plays guitar? Okay.
Does he suck?
No, he's really good.
Yeah, but
He's
does he
really
play
good.
play guitar well?
Yeah.
That's what I was afraid of. Like, yeah. But apparently he's been playing since he was like 12.
Wow.
I'm like, holy shit.
And he's 14 now.
Yeah, he looks about.
Dude, that motherfucker looks 14, dude. Scrawny ass motherfucker.
He's 30.
I thought you said he's dirty. I was
Oh,
like,
he's 30.
What the fuck, dude?
there's nothing to do with. It's neither here nor there, sir.
That's interesting, man. I've never heard him play guitar.
Neither has anybody. But he did it. He picked up the song super quick. I'm like, holy shit. All right, let's play.
And this isn't going to be your guys' first show, right? You've played before.
Duh.
Yeah.
We were just talking. They played 3 nights in a row.
With Thug, yeah.
With Thug.
Where at?
The first 2 nights were at Alumni Lounge, across from
hell's that?
Kiki's.
Oh fuck.
It used to be Girls Next
Piedras?
Door.
Yeah.
And now it's Alumni Lounge. It looks like somebody's living room, like grandma's living room.
Willis! Yeah.
Okay.
Got a cool ass motherfucker off stage, man.
I saw that beard come walking in here.
Yeah. Just saw the shiny head, dude. And the teeth, because he's always smiling, dude. Every time I see Willis, he's always fucking smiling, dude.
I thought I heard some math walking in.
I hear integers.
Sorry, dude, but you were saying? Fucking playing
Alumni Lounge.
Yeah, that place looks like my grandma's living room. It's funny. It's a nice place, but so.
How long ago was this?
Last week.
No shit.
Thursday and Friday we played there, back to back, because Omar booked 2 nights in a row. The next night, Saturday night, we played at this new place, Cafe Calavera. Do you know where the Red Door is on Mesa?
Yeah.
It's the same building. It's the same space.
It's a hookah lounge, isn't it?
No, that's the next block
No.
over.
Red Door is vintage clothing and stuff like that.
Huh.
They got
Okay.
a lot of cool stuff.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah. I totally know what you're talking
Have you ever been in there?
about. Not in that location.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You have, Barry?
Yeah,
But then,
Is that okay?
it's big. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a pretty good setup.
yeah, you go.
I haven't been there for like a show, so I shouldn't say it's a good setup because I don't know how they set it up. But when you walk
Well, if
in,
it's long.
yeah, and it is.
But it's like sectioned
like-
off. It's a big room, but the store itself is sectioned
Yeah.
off. So they got that huge section behind that.
And is that where they do that stuff?
Yep.
Huh.
They were doing that as like a art gallery space for a while. I don't know if they still have stuff.
Yeah,
He's
I
going
remember
to.
that. Well, because Kel and I were driving down Mesa, because it's off of Mesa, right?
Yes,
It's Mesa in Montana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were driving down, and of all people that we saw on the corner just hanging out outside, it's
Adam?
fucking Omar.
Oh.
No, Omar, dude, from fucking. I'll say At the Drive-In, because I don't mention that other band.
Oh.
But yeah, it was he was looking pretty hipster.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was
What?
totally.
He's probably shopping there.
But yeah, this is totally random, dude.
Wow.
So yeah, no, it's totally weird. But anyways, and then what? So what happened at the show?
No,
Was
cool
it a
show.
good
It was
show
alright,
there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was 2 out of town bands, like thrash bands, like old school thrash bands. Holy crap, the kids went nuts. I haven't seen a show like that in a while. The kids went nuts.
Were they?
Good.
Was it a younger crowd or was it still
Oh yeah,
just
it's
like?
all the gutter punks, all the kids keeping the scene alive and stuff.
Yeah.
And huge circle pits, and it was like, wow, you should have seen it.
Yikes.
It was
Yeah,
impressive.
I'd have been outside. Like,
Yeah, right.
I can't hang with this anymore, man.
Did you ever get in a mosh pit like it shows when you were younger?
I will tell you, I know the last time that I went to a mosh pit was in 7th grade, I think, and it was Pantera and White Zombie.
Oh, and
that
I Hate
was
God
it.
opened up.
Yeah.
Did you see I Hate God? That was like 2 weeks before I left, before I moved. Yes.
Who
I
was it that
remember
opened up?
I Hate God. I love
Hate
this
God.
band. I Hate God.
What are they?
Sludgy.
It was? Was it the same show? I don't remember. I just went to see Pantera.
That's
And that was it. Like I got so beat up, it was ridiculous. And I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm 13, man, and I'm too old for this.
Where was it at again?
Coliseum.
Coliseum.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I was so mad. I moved like 2 weeks before that show. Ugh.
Damn, dude. So would you say that bands like that are what made you start playing guitar, or like bass or whatever? Like what made you fucking pick up the bass and be like, you know what? I'm
I can do
gonna
that.
tear into this shit.
It was freshman year, high school.
Shit, we're getting deep.
Do you have a dissolve effect?
No,
Freshman
I
year,
could add a dreamy effect, dude. Hold on.
I joined band, of course, and this kid in there played bass. I'm like, whoa, that's cool. And then I was listening to Obituary. And Obituary.
Right.
I'm like, oh, that sounds pretty cool. And he showed me like the end complete there. I'm like, oh, that's easy. Let me try. Okay, cool. Like, mom, please. I need a bass. Please give me a bass. So she got me a bass for Christmas. I'm like, fuck yeah. And then Sailing the Seas of Cheese barely came out. And Primus. I'm like,
That was a good album, yeah.
Set your sights a little high there, huh?
That's-
Yeah, I know, dude.
I
Seriously.
started
But,
right away.
you know
Like, I
what?
want to play bass. I wonder what this is all about.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's the crazy part, dude. For people who don't know you, to like how I do, I can see you kind of living up to that, man, because you're a badass fucking bass player.
Thank you.
And to know that, like, you brought up fucking sea of cheese, dude.
Don't thank me. I didn't say anything.
Oh, the seaweed.
And then?
Oh, that's it. I started from there. Like, yeah, I set my fucking sights high. I'm like, I'm going to learn Jared was a race car driver. And that's how it started, like the slapping and stuff and all that shit.
When did you like first start playing with a band? About the same time, or was it?
No, like a little bit after that. About a year later. And I remember my first band was called Third Left. I don't remember anything. It was
Well, that makes it right.
I know. Yeah, you're right.
You're like, it's been 20 years and I just figured that out.
So how many bands have you been in, dude? Huh? Were you an incognito burrito, dude?
Ah!
I really wish I was. Oh my god.
Nobody wishes that.
That guy don't even wish
guy.
that.
I wish you were in incognito. I had never seen it.
Were you guys in what was that band? Frozen ice cream floppy sandwich? Or what was that?
Cold glass of milk?
No,
What?
was it Frozen ice cream sandwich band or some shit like that? No?
Here in El Paso?
Yeah, local band. Kel,
I
do you
think he
remember?
made that up.
I think he did.
Refried ice cream.
Oh, cold ice cream sandwich. Yeah.
Cold ice cream sandwich.
Cold ice cream floppy sandwich, dude.
Floppy.
I don't know what
I like
that's.
the
I don't
floppy.
even know what that
Who is that? I
comes
don't know that at all.
That some band I always remember seeing their CDs like at fucking Tumbleweeds and shit, dude.
Oh, tumbleweeds.
Yeah.
They had
Yeah.
CDs back then?
Yeah. yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm not interested. If it didn't come on a 7-inch back then,
Yeah.
none of us bothered.
The band that we opened up for on Friday night at Alumni, they were selling tapes. I shit you not, they were selling tapes.
Really? But like
Yeah.
decked out tapes or just like, oh, here's a tape we recorded?
No, they were
Tapes are-
actually made.
Tapes have made a comeback.
Have they? No.
Well, like
Yeah.
vinyl.
Well,
vinyl
I
definitely.
thought stopped for a while.
No, man, vinyl never really stopped. It just got like streamlined to where fewer places were making it, so it got a little cheaper.
You cool?
Oh,
Oh.
It's a
But
drummer.
tapes, about a year ago. Well, yeah, no, actually, it was a year ago because it was the day of when I had my Jeopardy party on Halloween last year. Joe Ayub showed up,
Halloween.
and he's like, here you go, because that's actually right after my birthday. He's like, here you go, here's for your birthday, and it was just this like plastic bag. I was like, oh great, Joe got me some trash, and I opened it up, and it was a couple of low culture. It was a low culture shirt, a Marked Men shirt, and 3 Marked Men tapes.
Whoa.
Each of their albums on tape. And I was like, heck yeah, man.
Who
I don't have a
prints
tape
tapes,
player.
though? Like, where would you go to do a
I
tape?
have no
I don't have
idea.
a tape player anymore.
I have no idea. I have a tape player in my truck, fortunately, because
Wow.
otherwise, wouldn't know where
But
I'd
that's what I'm
listen
saying.
to
Is
it.
like, you know, like CD Baby does the CDs. Like, they
It's in
actually
their
do
name.
vinyl too. Yeah. But who would print fucking tapes? Like, where would you go to print tapes?
I'm sure there's some particular company that everyone says is
Google?
just the best place.
Amazon?
Amazon?
Yeah, seriously, man.
Do they have a tape, baby?
Probably.
Dude, probably, man. Look that shit up. Tape Baby. There's a Vinyl Baby. That's who does the
Well,
vinyl.
there should be a tape baby then.
No, I'm just fucking with you. I don't know.
Oh,
It's all through CD Baby.
No, I'm sure there's somebody that everyone says, yeah, no, that's who you go to get tapes. You go to this one particular company. Or
This guy in the garage.
Yeah.
yeah, could be.
Seriously, man.
But they were pro. I mean, had the nice inserts and everything, and
Right.
the printed tapes and everything. It's not just like you open it up, it's like, what, Memorex, what the hell? So,
Yeah, well, that's exactly what I'm
quality
saying.
stuff, yeah.
So, you know, like to print a CD takes for fucking ever.
yeah, I mean,
Tapes, that's.
or you can just get your regular,
Yeah.
get your CDs and your fancy digipacks here.
Digipack.
What is that?
What is that? What is that? I hope
well-
everybody got one of these at the
But I
show
like your
last
discussion
week.
last
Some
week
people did.
that you
Some
had
people.
with Mike and everybody about like just release it digitally or
Yeah,
CDs
well,
and stuff.
I kind of
Or
wanted to get into
having
that
a
with you
tangible
guys too.
topic. or-
Exactly, man. You know, well, because when I release the CD, you get into this thing of like, you know, when you have to put it up on CD Baby and they move it to iTunes and Amazon, you have to give it a genre. You have to
Yeah.
label it basically, you know. And that's kind of the discussion I want to get in with you guys is, you know, like what you thought of labels, because in terms of you know, like genres and stuff, like CD Baby is very not narrow-minded, but just their choices were very weird, you know? It's like, I didn't even know what to choose aside, like, I chose rock, and then there's, like, subgenres of, like, avant-garde, avant-prog, like, what the fuck is that?
I would have gone with avant-prog for it.
Yeah, so all I wanted to do...
Because it sounds pretty made up, which is...
Right, and if that's the fucking case, then let me make my own genre, you know? Like, just let me name it whatever the fuck I want. I'm the one that's gonna suffer for naming it something someone's not gonna find, you know?
I remember, that's actually funny, because years ago, you know, we would make flyers, and whatever band's coming through, you'd say, like, such and such band, and you'd be like, SoCal Ska, or whatever.
Yeah.
With you, you know, I'd put, like, you know, lipstick, and I'd always have to be like, what goes in these parentheses underneath him? And GC. And I think I just settled on, I just put EP Solo Army.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that, and I still have that flyer because of that. I was like, that's fucking awesome,
I
dude.
do remember that. Was that a Regal Beagle show or what? What show was that for?
I think it must have been the Jealous Sound show, no?
No, well, I did it on a couple of them, but I think the first one was that Reputation show.
That's right. That was it. Yeah.
At that art gallery.
Yeah, that's right, dude.
And I don't remember what that place was called.
So you get your own
Doesn't
ID3
matter.
tag.
House or something.
Yeah, there you go.
Just like Primus has their own ID3 tag.
Dude, I
so do you.
forgot about that though. That's true, but I do still, because you know I have those pictures in my room with all the flyers on it. That one's
I
in
don't
there.
spend a lot of
I'm
time
gonna
in your
start
room,
using
but-
that. But see, that's what I'm saying. So that's what I would have labeled if I could have made up my own genre or whatever, you know. And that's
And people have been like, what the hell does that mean?
Yeah, exactly. But what the fuck does avant-prog mean? What is that?
I can kind of picture it now, though. But no, prog's already prog. How much more avant could it get?
Exactly.
That's true.
Yeah, so I mean, I went with that because of all places, dude. I went with what the description was on Wikipedia. It was something, I don't even remember what it was, but it made sense, and I was like, I'll choose that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because I chose, this is what caused the whole thing, is that I was thinking, I always put indie rock this, indie rock that, indie rock this. And but exactly, so it almost has like a negative connotation to it, you know? Because then it's
For a
like,
long time,
it's like hipster indie rock, or, you know what I mean? And
For a long time, like anytime I would see like indie rock or indie movie or indie was just code for suck.
Exactly.
Like if you see indie, well, you'd think, well, okay, it's indie because nobody else wanted it, and so they did it themselves.
Is it
exactly,
the new grunge?
dude. Yeah.
Get right.
It's the
The what?
Pretty much.
It's the new grunge.
And you
Yeah,
go,
just
"Ugh."
lump it into grunge.
Put it all together.
Yeah, but see, and then I felt if you only put rock, then I feel like it's butt rock, you know, or like Creed, or you know, like you know what I mean? Rock is such a just
Creed.
massive.
They're
And
what?
something smells good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello Day.
Eating
What
some
they're
burgers.
eating over there, but yeah.
This podcast is brought to you by Hello Day Cafe. But yeah, so you know that
we get
whole
some
genre
nachos?
thing. Oh no, I forgot we're K-Fox, dude. K-Fox tonight with better production values.
With better production.
And
We have
Hello-
2 lights.
Hello Day is Crave with better production values.
That's a good one. That's good.
That's the
Go
theme
with
of the
that.
night.
Yeah.
But so yeah, you know, it's just it's like what and then you label yourself as something, and then it's like you kind of like you get stuck in that label. You know what I mean? So like you know, you label if you're a metal band, your next album isn't gonna be fucking jazz.
Yeah.
Or it could be if
Well, I
you're
don't know.
ballsy
Are you
or
Jethro
it,
Tull?
gross, man.
Electric Light Orchestra.
Yeah, so it's like so. I mean, what the fuck do you do? You know, and that's
It's a
where
necessary evil. You have to.
Exactly, yeah,
So
and-
people can find you. Or,
exactly, dude, and that's what it basically came down to. Is like you just label it something for people who just don't know you or don't.
But then the problem becomes like somebody hears you at the show or something, and you say, "I'm on CD, baby," and they're like, "Oh crap, I can't remember that guy's name, but I know it's
Sounded like
I
this."
know what it sounded like," and they type in avant prog, and you don't come up, and they get a whole bunch of other crap that they don't know.
Right.
Then like, how do
Right.
they find you? Because they're like, "Well, I know what he sounds like. I know what I would consider it." And they're just trying to type things in to find you, and you're just not there because
Right.
if you list yourself in there as rock,
Right.
well, like you said, that's a huge category. That how would anybody ever find you?
Yeah, and that's why I asked you, dude. When we were gonna start doing this, I asked you, is like, what would you label, or what genre would you think your band would be in? And do you remember what you said?
Yeah, it's not crust, it's not hardcore, it's not punk. It's just, I don't know, I just put it metal, because it's just loud and fast and heavy, and that's it, you know?
And that, again, that goes back to what I do too. I'm rock. Like,
You need
that's,
to, because you don't want to be lumped in
Loud
with
and
rock.
fast, but it's not.
Creed.
It's more like thrash or something like
Thrash,
that.
yes.
Ha ha ha! I win.
Thrash. There you go. Yeah, we'll just call it thrash, but it's not thrash, because it's not Exodus.
Are
Well,
you,
but
are
do
you
you
a
guys-
third wave ska band?
Third wave thrash, man.
Remember shoegaze?
Are you shooting?
Hey, what's sandal gaze? What's sandal gaze?
I have no idea.
Is
that a genre too,
Farouk posted something like, "Hey, listen to this sandal gaze mix." I'm like,
You never know with Farouk, dude.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
does.
it's like, hey,
I don't
listen
think
to
those.
this, and it's like, what the fuck is that?
Most
You
of
know,
the
and
things
it's
he
like the
says,
boredoms
I'm
or
just
some
like,
shit.
he's just putting together words now.
That's a beard, dude. It's like probably growing into his
Chancla
brain or
gaze?
something.
Right?
But yeah, I mean, you know, it just becomes so difficult to label stuff, dude. And then, but
Yeah.
you really do it to
out of necessity.
yeah,
Out of
for-
necessity, exactly.
I mean, yeah, you go into well, not anymore. The record stores are nil, but you go and look at rock. I have, but there's such a huge range of
Right.
in that rock. I guess you have to break it
So
down.
yeah, then that brings up another issue. Is like, so how do you find new music? Like how. If you just went home right now and you're like, I feel like listening to something, like, do you do what like Pandora expects you to do and just start up start me up a radio station based on premise?
Yeah.
Or do you ask like, hey Barry, do you know any bands that you're familiar with
I
that I
ended
would
up
like?
hating most of the Pandora mixes.
Right.
I did like.
That's
That's
my
how I
point,
found
yeah.
Marked Men. Like they were on there. I'm like, holy shit, this is good. This is good. And I found like 3 or 4 really good bands off of that one Pandora mix. But
What did you
nowadays,
use to start that mix?
I really don't remember. Shit.
But Marked Men came up
Marked
off
Men
of
and
what
then
you started it at?
Dogs and then Good Shoes and a few other bands. I don't remember what band I started listening to get to that mix though.
But Marked Men just popped up? 'Cause that's Joe Ayoub's band,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's fucking awesome. You're listening to some random station and then
And
that
then
comes up.
eventually, like I posted up on the book, hey, Marked Men, I barely found this band. I fucking love this band. And a couple of people, I think you were one of them, that commented like, oh, that's this guy's band from.
Oh, so you didn't know that?
I didn't know. And then
Fuck yeah,
I
dude.
ran into these guys at Hope and Anchor. It's like, oh, this guy Marked Men. I'm like, that's him. That's fucking cool. Shit.
Do you know Joe? Did you know Joe before that at
I
all?
had
Or?
no idea.
Wow, dude, that is fucking awesome.
Yeah, and I love this shit. It's really good stuff. It's just something new, just good rock and roll.
Yeah.
And,
Super good. Super good.
surprisingly, because I'm so jaded and just
Yeah, no, I totally
like
get you,
it's
man.
hard for me to find anything good to listen to these days. I
Yeah.
hate everything.
Yeah, usually when people are like, dude, you gotta listen to this, it's so good, I'm just like,
Yeah.
alright,
What
like
do you
it's gonna
think
be
that
a
is,
chore.
though? Like,
Except for like certain people. If certain people are like, you gotta listen to this, it's good, I'll be like,
Well, yeah, because you respect their opinion or
okay,
whatever.
yeah,
right?
let me check this out. But
But what do you think that is, dude? Because I mean, I felt that exact same thing, and that's why I spend more of my time listening to podcasts about like video games or just because like I do. I start up my Spotify. I listen to the shit I've had since like a long time ago. I don't really listen to anything new, and then I'll just get bored and be like, and then I listen to podcasts, and I learn more from that
Yeah.
than I do from any band I just listened to a couple hours ago.
I have a whole theory about it. I mean,
Let's hear it, bitch.
fucking technology, my gift, my curse. It's so saturated with shit. Anybody with a fucking crap of talent can put out an album, and the market is so saturated. It's everywhere. So I have to sift through tons of shit
Right.
to like find like anything good. So I guess I've kind of given up because there's so much stuff out there that I don't know what to
but
listen
see,
to anymore.
the market's always been like that. It's just that now everything is so much more accessible.
Yes.
Right. Right.
Whereas 10 years ago, I remember 10 years ago, I used to buy records from this one distro in Wisconsin. And the guy he was just decided he wasn't going to do distro anymore. And he was just selling everything. And he's like, I had asked him, I was like, I want these like 5 or 6, 7 inches. They were like $5 each or something like that, which was a lot for 7 inches. But he's like, hey, if you give me $50, I'll send you those plus 57 inches. And I was like, well, how can I say no to that? It's just like, your money's
So
in the
you
mail.
had no idea what they were sending you.
No
Take my
idea.
money.
No idea. So literally, like, he just sent me a box of 57 inches. And the same kind of thing. There were some that were really good, and some that you're just like, God, why did they pay to press this?
Yeah.
Whereas now, it doesn't cost you really anything
Right.
to have your, SoundCloud.
Well,
or
not
whatever.
digital. Again, yeah,
Yeah.
because that CD,
Exactly.
that costs a lot
Exactly.
to make a physical product.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
like you're saying, technology does make it easier for you to
It's
just
more accessible because I don't have to
put it up on the
exactly.
internet. It's like, yeah, absolutely, man. But you know what? It's weird because I know I always bring this back to video games, but it's the same idea. It's that idea. The thing with video games though is that it's harder to make a product, even though just about anyone can.
Yeah.
So that kind of still narrows it down. But even in that, there's like this sea of crap. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Oh yeah.
You're right.
So-
I mean, in the App Store, it's like, oh, I'll download this. It's free. Like, this is a shit game.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, why didn't I
You
look at how
digitally
many
rip it out.
stars it got? You're like, this sucks. Crack your phone in
I
half.
can't
Like,
delete it.
Yeah.
done
So,
with that.
Yeah, I see the similarities there.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure the app market is flooded with crap games.
it definitely
Yeah.
is, dude. But I mean, in terms of like musicians and stuff like that, I do think it's easier to just kind of just throw something out there without any real talent because of programs, like GarageBand or there's some shit though that you just tap a button and it's like and you're like, dude, this is fucking awesome, but I didn't do anything, So it feels worthless, and you're like, I can't put my name to this, no matter how badass it sounds. There was no effort on my part,
Yeah.
But some people,
Yeah.
they don't give a fuck about that. They're just like, this sounds awesome, and they put it out, and then that's where like the mass public are just like, ooh, this is good, and they end up buying it,
Then there's geniuses like LMFAO.
Oh,
Genius.
shit.
Genius. Here.
Marketing
People
genius.
love it.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly,
they
yeah.
are. I mean,
Marketing
Yeah.
holy shit. Every song almost sounds the same, but it's
Almost.
Yeah.
it's
Some of them they change the words
yeah,
even.
yeah, a little bit. Hey. But
I'm not
holy
knocking
shit.
them though, because I mean seriously,
Genius.
They figured something out and they got it. I mean they
Yeah.
nailed it.
Right, and again, it's like, and that's the weird part where people really get mad about, like, oh, this band sucks. Why are they even? Kind of like how you said, it's like, why they even bother pressing this? But that's them. You have the power to vote with your wallet and not
Yeah.
buy it. The only thing is like when you're at a bar like this and they'll play it and you're like, oh fuck, you can't do anything about it, but just
Yeah.
talk louder
Yeah.
to your friends and kind of ignore it.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, let them do their thing. It's not going to affect you at all.
No.
What the fuck?
True.
But back to that whole thing, yeah, I can't find any new music. I don't know where I find new music. All my friends, a vast majority of my friends are so close-minded. Like,
Oh,
I'm
if it's not
gonna-
metal, they don't want to hear it.
Right.
Or
Exactly.
if it's not, weird, whatever deep house is, and I mean, I don't know. I hear this. Some of those descriptions are just so random. You're like, what are you talking about? Like, oh man, it's deep house is the weirdest one that I know of because I don't know what that means.
Right.
Like
But
a house in
people
a
do.
hole, or like those houses they make in those missile silos. I mean, otherwise, I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
People, like you said, they get so set on like, I only want to listen to bands that sound like Deicide or, whatever. And if it's not that, if you're like, hey, well, what have you heard lately that's good? And they're like, oh, I heard this band, whatever. You like Deicide, right? And you're like, not really. Which is a whole other issue. But
Oh yeah, like kind of like that generational gap almost, where like they'll listen to new stuff that was inspired by old stuff.
yeah, and they're
but
like,
they've
oh,
never
you
heard
like
that old stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, nobody comes up to me and like, oh, dude, well, if you like Judas Priest, and I'll be like, I do. Like, that's what I like. Yeah.
Right.
Nobody says that to me. They're just like, oh, well, it's like metal, or I don't know, it's kind of punk rock. I'm like, oh.
yeah, like my metal friends.
My metal friends.
My metal
They're
friends,
the fucking robots, dude.
Good. Oh, those guys. Oh, those guys.
That's
We'll get
fucking
to those
awesome,
in a
dude. I
minute.
gotta hang out with you more often, dude. I wanna meet those metal friends.
It's Bumblebee and
Oh,
oh
shit.
dear God, what is that?
Hey guys, this is Martin from OI915.
This
Bringing
better
us some
not-
shots.
Hi, Martin.
Sit down, man.
Can you squeeze in here?
Yeah, yeah.
What is this?
Grab
A
the
shot
watch.
of? What is this?
Oh, it smells good.
It's liquid goodness.
If
Let me
it's
frame the
if
shot.
it's tequila,
Oh, yeah,
if
man.
it's tequila, I can't drink
Good.
it.
You
I'm
can
not
move
gonna
over
drink
real
it.
quick.
It's not.
If
Oh,
it's tequila, I'm not gonna drink it.
It's not.
Okay.
What is
I
this?
know you better than that.
Is it jalapeno tequila?
better.
That's how he qualifies it, dude.
Better.
It's not tequila.
Ah.
It's jalapeno
Yeah,
tequila.
you know. Wait, don't give it away.
Okay. Well, so
Oh, fuck.
now that we've squeezed in here, now that we've got beards on this half,
That's right.
clean shaven guys over here. I got a little bit. Like in the morning, my son will wake me up and he'll put his hand and be like, "Daddy, you need to take the hairs off." So that's why I don't have a beard.
you leave them on.
Then you wake up and it was your dog, dude, fucking licking you.
Ew.
You have a dog, don't you?
Anyway, no.
Oh, all right. Then it wasn't your dog,
But
it
so
was someone
anyway.
else.
So we'll drink this to OI915 for having us here tonight,
And to ask an enemy.
and to Ask an Enemy, for sure.
Cheers.
Dude,
man.
Cheers, salute all the way around, everybody. And I'm gonna regret this. See, I told you.
What was that, piss?
Close. No,
But it was warm.
It was
Oh,
James.
dude, that's good like
It
that.
was Jameson.
Yeah, no, totally, man.
wow.
Love me some Jameson. Not
Alright,
cool, Jameson?
Just wanted to stop by and say hello to you
Some of
guys.
us have to
Oh,
work
yeah.
in the morning.
Right.
I got shit to do tomorrow.
We all have
Well,
to
you know
work
what?
in the morning.
While you're here, real quick, man, let's talk
up?
about your. There's a live jam happening tonight, and that's actually why we're here.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that a bit? I mean,
Sure. So, after talking to a bunch of musicians and bands out there, we got a lot of comments like, hey, you know, it'd be great if we could have like some big public space where we can like jam out and hang out.
right.
You know, there's a couple folks that, you know, I know that like I want to play with, but we never have the opportunity. And so that's why we created this jam session.
Oh shit.
Oh, what's up? So
The
yeah.
Jameson's kicking in already.
Oh, nice. So yeah, we're just trying to stir the pot, see what else comes of the El Paso talent. You know, there's a lot of talented musicians in this town, so
Damn right.
you know,
You got one right
raise
here.
yeah,
It's fun. Oh, thanks.
Have you gotten to jam yet?
No, I haven't.
Are there people still jamming in there?
yeah. There's some folks jamming out there right now.
Nice.
So yeah, we look forward to having you out there.
Cool, man. And how often are you going to do this more regularly? Because I asked you, this is the first time you guys do it.
Yeah, this is the first time we're doing this. Hopefully, down the line, we'll have another one. It depends on the turnout here. See if we get a good turnout, then we'll definitely do it again.
And for dudes who are watching at home, like, what do they need to bring? Like, what is okay to bring? Or
So, just so we keep it from being too complicated,
right.
we've been saying if you have to plug it in, don't bring it.
Okay.
That way, it's a little bit more robust and the transition's a lot smoother.
Right.
So,
Anybody can just kind of jump in whenever. they
yeah,
want
just
to.
jump in. You
So
know,
you
they're
can
hearing
bring your
something
guitar,
that. Yeah.
but like, do you guys provide a drum set?
Yeah, we have a drum kit out
drum
there.
kit.
Okay. So it really is just bring yourself, show up, and just fucking improv.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Nice.
Ooh.
Nice. Very good.
Sounds good, man.
Great.
Well,
Hopefully
there's still
it
time tonight, so if
goes
you guys
more.
are watching, I know there's a couple of you guys on right now, and you're a musician, you have nothing to do, unless you want to watch the live stream.
We're almost done though. I think.
Yeah, we're almost done, guys. So you guys
Wow,
can
that
come
was-
on
You
down.
can watch it live in person.
Yeah.
Right, there you go.
You could be here.
How long are you guys gonna be doing this for? Like tonight?
Tonight till 12.
Well,
so
okay,
there's still
yeah,
a little
you
bit
guys
of
got
time.
a solid 2 hours.
Tons of time.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
Nice. Hopefully it becomes a regular thing. I mean, this is really
Yeah,
cool
we-
stuff.
We really hope so.
Yeah, and hopefully you'll have us back. We'll come do this
Definitely.
again.
Sounds awesome, man.
Sure.
Thanks
Well,
a lot,
guys,
guys.
that
Alright.
was Martin from OI915.com.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, tacos next week.
Monday?
Next week,
Monday.
tacos.
Tacos.
Taco night, Monday.
Can't talk about tacos. What's
Alright.
going on with tacos, man?
Monday taco night. at the
Really?
Riviera.
Here?
No, at the Riviera.
Oh, shit.
At the
When did you put that on? I didn't even notice that you put the shirt on.
Presto changeover. Hey, what's that over there?
It was while I was
sorry,
trying to
what's
get you
that?
to talk about your pedal board. And then
That thing.
yeah, you can totally do it. I've been kind of hunched over all night, so.
I was thinking I should have worn it since I'm like right front and center.
Right. Oh, very well. Let's
yes.
actually answer a question that Daniel asked. I think it was the first time we had where the internet was kind of fucking wonky.
A couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, he was asking. I didn't get his complete question, but it was about booking, and I could almost assume because we were talking about how you used to book shows back in the day. Are you gonna do booking now also, or is that just something that this was like the Riverboat Gamblers thing? Is you're just good friends with them or something, and it was just a one-off thing?
It's really tough to say. You know, people ask me like if I'm still booking or what. What's nice about working for myself really is that I can stop doing things and then start again if I want to.
Yeah,
you know, I didn't
that's
have to,
how I see it too.
I didn't have like a
Absolutely.
letter of resignation to turn in or anything anyway. So it's not that I've started again or that I ever really quit. I just wasn't doing it for a while. It's just going to be one of those things where, for me personally, it's really going to just be a case-by-case basis. The Gamblers in particular, they're guys I've known forever, they're old friends, so I really wanted to help them out. But if anybody, if people are interested in shows, by all means, drop us a line here and we can see if I can't help out, maybe I can try to help.
Well, because
put
you
people in
know
touch with
people,
someone.
you know Lise to book
exactly.
here.
Yeah, I can try to put people in touch with other people
Yeah.
to get things
Networking!
happening. Exactly.
Yeah, so that's awesome, man. Do you want to talk at all about the Riverboat Gamblers show like a bit? Like, who else is playing? Or
That's September 3rd. It's coming up in about a month.
here,
Right here at Turkey Falls.
I didn't know.
They're out. They're touring. This is. They've got a new record that came out about a year ago, or last fall, I guess. And so they're coming through on that. They've got a band called Blacklist Royals that are coming with them, who I believe played with Face to Face.
Oh, is that a band?
I think they were here with Face to Face.
Yes.
Yeah. So Blacklist Royals are with them, and then Bitch Face is playing with them.
Okay.
And also the Pin Setters. So
Pin Setters sound familiar.
they're a local band.
Aren't they the soul band?
Yeah, they're like a soul. Yeah.
Did you choose that? Did you like?
I kind of just put out the word. I was like, look, I've got this show. If people are interested, let me know. Basically, it was one of those like the first two bands to confirm everybody. Because what I hate is I'll be like, hey, you guys want to play it? And Hector will be like, yeah, we want to play. And I'll be like, cool, Thug is on. And then 2 days later, well, our
Hey, our
guitarist
bass player,
can't do it. And
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like, well, then why did you tell
Our
me?
bass player.
So basically, it was the first two bands that could get everybody confirmed to play. I put them on, and that's. I didn't want to be playing like favorites. Like, okay, well, I know that guy. He's my friend, and that band's
No,
good.
yeah,
so.
but that's my point, man. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think based on shows that I've seen you do before, especially like that Reputation show that we mentioned before, like you tend to mix the bands with who the band that's coming with makes sense. You're not gonna book a fucking DJ for like a metal show.
Well,
even
that's
though
not to
that
say
might make sense,
that's
yeah.
not to say I
Fucking
haven't.
Skrillex and then fucking Pantera.
DSI.
Dude, that actually.
No, well, here's the thing: is I used to do plenty of that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember, there was this band from Arizona called Bodhisattva that came to the House of Rock and Roll years ago, and they ended up playing on a bill with this guy Jason Forrest, who was a DJ, and he did spun records and was awesome. And it was really weird how it was this like weird sort of hippie metal, which is bizarre in itself, hippie kind of metal band playing, and then a DJ right after it. But it worked out really well. And it was really funny because I remember after the show, the band's called Bodhisattva, and I remember after the show, Jason Forrest was talking to the band, and he's like, so what is, are you guys like named after, I think it was a Steve Miller album called Bodhisattva. And they were, and like, he just like, for a DJ, he knew everything. Like, he had this huge wealth of knowledge about all kinds of music and everything, like all kinds of rock and metal and everything. And the fact that they weren't necessarily the same kind of band or group, it didn't matter because everybody just got along and everything just went together really well.
Right.
Because everybody was cool, and like I don't care if bands are different styles necessarily.
Yeah.
If everybody's
I
cool,
like those
it's
kind of
cool.
shows.
You
It
like
was
what?
great.
I like those kind of shows.
Oh yeah,
Mix
no.
it up a bit.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, dude, because then there's just this good vibe going on as opposed
Yeah.
to like 4 metal bands that are all the same, but they all think they're better than the other ones.
Exactly.
You know? Yeah, no,
Exactly.
absolutely, man.
And
Absolutely.
it's sad that they have to kind of like force it, like Sonax Sight is having that diversity show or whatever, where
Yeah.
there's,
Yeah,
it's
exactly,
like, oh,
dude.
it has to be like a special event then.
Yeah, it's
All these
diverse
bands.
for diverse sake.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, absolutely, man. Yeah, when
Yep.
you have bands that just somehow, I mean that's a rarity though, to really get bands that just kind of naturally mesh, even though
Yeah.
they're totally different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But fuck,
There's
man.
no more unity.
Yeah, dude. So that's honestly that's all I have for this particular episode, man. I mean, unless there's something else you want to plug.
No, just that Bitch Face show should be pretty fun.
And the date on that is
18th, the 16th.
16th,
It's
I
next
believe.
Friday, right? I know it's
It is
next week.
August 16th. It's at Lowbrow.
He's not even in the band, dude, and
I'm
he knows about
Probably not even going to end up going,
Yep, Bitch
unfortunately.
Face CD release show.
it. You're not?
No,
Oh, how come, man?
because man, I got responsibilities. I'm gonna try. I'm definitely gonna try to get out because
I'm gonna go for sure,
'Cause I-
man, because
yeah.
I
I really
want
wanna
to see you
support
guys,
you
and
guys.
then I want to see Adam, and his band, because I haven't seen them live. I heard their like previews on iTunes of their new album,
It's good stuff.
And Ross Ingram, for those guys who don't know, he's a fucking engineer.
Yeah.
I didn't even
he knows
know
what
that.
he's doing.
Yeah, no.
He's good
Based
stuff.
on
yeah.
what I heard from the Bitch Face record, like what
Yeah.
the previous, I'm like, you guys make this band sound good, you know?
Yeah.
And, I mean, for the style of what they are, it's just like this, like, again, it's just labels.
You
know?
should
like,
really
how do
only
you
expect
label
so
that?
much, and then you hear it and you're like, eh.
Yeah, dude,
All right.
it sounds massive. I haven't heard them live, but it's one of those things like how we were talking about. I think it was on the first episode where we were talking about when a band records.
Yeah.
It's hard to record the band. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
You can
it's-
record the songs,
Yeah.
but not like the essence of
of what the band
the
is, you know?
of the band.
Yeah, no, seriously, man, and it's like I think again, I haven't heard them live, but I could imagine that aggressiveness that I heard in the songs is probably how their show is, just based on how sporadic and vicious like Adam is, and then how crazy
Yeah.
Farouk is, you know, and
That's a good
Yeah.
show. They
And-
put on a good show.
yeah, I'm not 100% familiar with the drummer. I know him, but you know, I don't know how his personality is within the band. But I know those other two guys, and
Yeah,
just based on the sound that I got from that, like I could hear those two personalities for
something.
sure.
Yeah, I'm surprised they
for
asked
sure.
us to play because we're totally different, but
But again, dude,
There you
and
go.
that's actually what I tend to do when I book shows for like Howard Borg or even Lipstick back in the day.
Yeah.
I tend to book shows based on the people I know
Yeah.
and the vibe I think I'm gonna get off
Yeah.
of the show. you
Well,
know?
that was, 10 years ago at La Tuya.
yeah.
Like every third or fourth show, the lineup would have Soma
right.
and
Yarbrough,
Yarbrough
famous last words.
and 6 Under Par,
Spoil.
and just go and split, and go from like crazy awesome metal to what at the time what I thought was pretty damn good pop punk,
Oh yeah, dude, all of those
and just
bands
like
were
have,
good in their own respect.
and everybody was just awesome. Like everybody was just cool to hang out with, but totally different kinds of bands. So
Yeah, and that's crazy because it was kind of like Soma, famous last words, Yarbrough, and then Spoiler, and then
But
the next
everybody
show was
brings
the same
something
thing, but
different.
they were just kind of like, okay, now Spoiler goes first, then Yarbrough, then famous last words.
hey, spoiler never goes first.
Ah, shit. Dude.
Sorry, Frank.
Frank's a good guy. Dude,
Frank's
but yeah,
great.
that's true, man.
All those guys are good guys.
He's got a strong personality. Let me say that. Anything else, man? Are you guys recording, or do you guys have a website? I know I always push this on dudes because
Okay.
I want people to want something, and then they have to have a website or something.
No website
A
yet.
mark.
It is a typical. We weren't even gonna do anything. Like, no, we're just gonna sell tapes out of the trunk of the car, and that's it. No,
Yes.
no digital
Right.
anything. But we gave in, We have the Reverb Nation. We have the website. It's Texas Thug and Facebook.com/Texas Thug. I recorded everything. It's just me. That's where the band came from. I just recorded 9 fucking songs. Hey, do you guys want to play this stuff? Cool, I got the players, and that's it. I still have to record vocals. So I'm putting out a song like every 2 weeks.
That's good, man.
Cool.
It keeps people engaged.
Cool.
Just
Yeah,
free.
absolutely.
Just
Yeah.
download it. Here you go. Download it if you want. Because I'm not even going to try to make a
But-
CD yet or anything.
Okay,
Yeah.
but eventually, do you think you'll put all those together and then put it out as a physical thing, or do you think
Probably,
your
you know
thing
what?
is going to be
this next round, because these 9 songs are all me. It's just me at the computer recording all this shit. There you go. Now that I have a band, I can draw influences. We can all work
Right.
off each other. So the
Right.
next set of songs, we'll probably record that and put that out officially. So,
Right.
Cool.
Cool, man.
All
All
right.
right. Well, that's it. Barry, do you want to plug anything at all?
No, that's it. Riverboat Gamblers, September 3rd. Tricky, $10.
that's cheap.
It is
All right,
cheap.
guys. Well,
it is cheap.
Kate Fox out.
Out. Till next time.